We have the subconscious programs which is driving constantly in a different direction. While we visualize we want to achieve something, we set a goal. I'm going to be waking up very early and do this from tomorrow. We set all our goals, but we're not able to dream enough. Many times we don't even dream because we have so many limiting beliefs that I can only do so much. But more importantly, meditation is helping us reprogram our subconscious mind, is helping us gain a lot of knowledge that supports us to realize our dreams, irrespective of what the dream is.
The most wonderful thing is the science of friendship. That is the ultimate thing. More than science of meditation, it is the science of friendship. Whether you are a meditator or not, whether you are enlightened or not, whether you are good or bad, you can always be friends with everything. Friendship is the goal. And you arrive at the science of friendship through the science of meditation. Science of friendship is the science of enlightenment. Enlightenment is nothing but friendship. Eternal friendship with everybody.
Meditation is really miraculous. And it's also spreading all over the world. Jnana Jagat is happening faster than what we thought would happen. A meditator ultimately becomes more responsible. When you become responsible, then not only you take care of yourself and the family, your country, take care of the entire planet.
I have other priorities. And when you say that, well, it's not about I don't have the time, but I have other priorities. So what are my priorities? And then it turns you to action, starting to clean up your agenda about the useless things and moving your time to more enriching things, including the learning. So this came with the meditation, loving ourselves and health for ourselves, accepting who we are, stopping to look for perfection.
I was going into a meeting. It was going to be a very tough meeting. So I was a little bit worried, like how would I handle it? I just remembered something which Lawrence had told the last, like she had her own experience where she was going into a meeting. She took 2 minutes away, did a very quick meditation, and the meeting went off well. I said, let me try it. And I tried it. And it went off wonderfully well.
4 months back, I diagnosed with several diseases. Then all of a sudden, one of my friends told that, why don't you meditate? And that I felt like, then I started meditating. I started believing in myself. And after 1 week, I felt that, no, these medicines are not going to help me. This meditation only going to help me.
Before starting meditation, I was very much confused of my career and I had so much of questions in myself. I didn't do anything different other than just meditation, but I think I could create my own reality.
Previously, I used to have a sore throat. Even I went to a specialist, also it doesn't cure. I need to go to visit clinic to get the antibiotic monthly. Then after the meditation for 3 months, then I have a fever. After that time, until now, I became healthy.
Happy morning, everybody. Great afternoon, wonderful evening. This knowledge and wisdom is for everyone. It is so simple that all of us can absolutely take it and then teach it. Meditation, reading, and service. So spreading awareness or teaching, both are there. Spreading awareness about meditation or teach meditation. Each and every one of us can absolutely teach meditation.
That is the way it can spread as fast as possible. That is the way it can spread. 5 people, 10 people, 20, 30 people. A structure of 40 days, the structure is there. So now you can go on just reading the newsletter or listen to that day's topic and then easily talk about it. None of them are experience related. They're all wisdom. So everything is accessible and each of us can easily teach. Somewhere there has to be a beginning and we can start. We are a small number and then number of people in the world where they need to know what meditation is humongously huge, huge, huge. Rather than waiting for us to become more knowledgeable, more experienced, we can start just with what so far we have experienced. We all by now have figured out it does not require a special skill, a special initiation. There is no initiation concept. There is no initiation specifically. There is no secrecy. There is no close monitoring. There are no side effects. Because it's a natural process. So dear friends, we all can teach. When we recognize that teaching is for me, I think that's a fundamental point. Our teaching becomes effective when we recognize that it is for me, and teaching becomes really joyful when we let go and then trust this process that whatever I know, the best is going to come through me. Part of one of the concepts of accept, surrender, and gratitude, that surrender is there. Teaching becomes joyful. And the best things come if you can utilize, if you can recognize that, okay, I'm ready to teach. I jump in and teach. You know, what are we fearful of? Fearful of when someone wants to ask you and say how to meditate. You can make them sit down, close your eyes, cross your feet, come on, so meditate, observe your breath. What are we fearful of? We're fearful of if they ask me something extra, I will not be able to answer. If they ask me something about astral travel, I will not be able to know. If they ask me this conscious, subconscious mind, I don't even understand these concepts. Tough for me to distinguish and talk about them. But when we trust the process, when we trust the process that the best is coming through me when I'm going to teach today, when I'm going to go walk in front of my office colleagues and talk about it, or when I sit with my family members and talk about it, the best and the right thing that is needed is always coming through me. Because everything right is happening to me. And so always right thing is coming through me. If we can surrender the process, we can at once become a teacher. We can at once start teaching. When we remove, when we recognize that this teaching is for me to learn more. You know, one meditator will come and say, sir, this is happening for me. What does it mean? It drives us to go and then learn more, practice more. It is a natural process. They are set up by us for ourselves. When people are there around and then they're asking, they're experiencing questions, it gives us more clarity. So teaching is for us and we all know it. So I'm glad to see that so many past participants, including from the current team, Uma Madam and others who just started but already started teaching. And I know that many of you already started teaching to your families at least. Many of your teaching, Namita Singh, Ramesh, Vicky. Now Makaranji is talking about some beautiful experiences to his people that they are going meditation through him. All the Buddha Seva members, otherwise they all started. Just like you, if anybody new here, just like you, they all started just a year ago. Most of them. And everyone can teach, and then that's a great way that we can spread this knowledge. We give away everything we have. Our vision is to see that everybody becomes this wonderful meditator. It doesn't matter if it happens through me or to Patriji or to you or through somebody. So when we teach, today's newsletter is going to be a set of guidelines, many guidelines meaning pointers, helping pointers. We allocate, like here, everything we're doing here, we can replicate it. Right? We take about half the time for practicing meditation. So if you've got half an hour time, utilize maximum time for practicing meditation. Less talk, more meditation when you have less time. Half an hour, 20 minutes, use it for meditation. If you have only 10 minutes, only meditation. Half an hour, or use 10 minutes of little talk, but may give that meditation experience. You know that well now. It wouldn't matter ultimately what we speak or not speak, but when someone goes through the meditation, the process is intelligent. As long as the people who are coming in have sincerity or seriousness to come in and then witness it, so they'll experience it. It wouldn't matter whether it comes through your mouth or my mouth. I can tell you that much, because everybody has a contract. So we all have potential influence or impact to a set of people. So we will, when we start with the right intent to teach. If the intention is for name and fame, that will also come. But then you will have, it's not a nishkama karma. So like anything, we'll go through our ups and downs, but so be it. So teaching and spreading this knowledge, awareness, every one of us are eligible. Recognize that we are the divine consciousness. So no, you are no lesser, I'm no more. And then, so it's all the same. We have interests, of course. Some have interest to bring people, there's no doubt about it. Some do not have interest to teach, which is how I was before. I was purely interested in organization, organizing, backend, event organization, developing. That's where I spent 10, 12, 13 years just in that. Very limited teaching, but completely backend. So the interest changed for a period. That's fine. So when you have different interests and creating intense awareness. When we teach in simple language, key, simple language, just everything we're doing, simple language, common man understands. We don't need to complicate things. We don't need to make it too difficult. We don't need to use special words to show the English prowess and this and that. When we write or when we read, when we say, use simple language, we encourage sharing experiences, simple. Ask them to sit down, meditate, and then share experiences. The session is over. No other theory further is necessary. You can always point to go to the Buddha Seva YouTube to listen into the concept. We can identify here are the 10 concepts and then ask them to listen in. Ask them to go to PMC and then listen to some of the concepts. You can do your homework. If we feel Talking about quantum physics, I can't do it. Okay, so point to the video, done. We get liberated. Because of that, we don't have to hold ourselves back. Neither will be required for the audience when you feel that still not there about it. We just have to cross over that initial fear. If you feel you're not there about talking about quantum physics, naturally the people around you will also not need about quantum physics. It's not required to be told. That is also another way of recognizing that always we attract those who need that delivery from us. Whatever little we know that they don't know that little. And just that observing the breath is going to make their huge difference to them. We encourage reading books, standard formula. Give maximum time for sharing experiences, encourage reading books. Always make it as personal as possible. We don't make it generic. Only requirement in teaching is to speak from our experience. Speak from our experience. Then you become more effective. We become more effective teacher. If we just talk about some concept without having any experience, it becomes theory. Experience goes to the mind through the heart. Whereas anything that you give knowledge just goes to the mind. But experience goes through the heart to the mind. So when we make it as personal, as much as possible, what the journey that we are going through, it's okay. If I was a non-vegetarian, I'm not shameful of talking about it. I used to eat 5 times a week. But then I became a vegetarian. I'm very happy about it. I'm proud about becoming a vegetarian after that. If I was someone who was like very angry and just burst at small things, it's okay. So being that contrast of what happened in our life is always personalizing and then teaching our experience. Specific experience of individuals, talking about them always help to make it more effective. We don't hide and put a layer and say, okay, me and myself, because this whole notion is there that no secrecy, privacy, me. A lot of times we don't even talk about personal, because in our offices it is a taboo. We don't talk about personal stuff. So dear friends, we all can teach. And today's newsletter is about teaching. And we're also going to give pointer to some more documents which you can utilize to primarily introduce into your company. There are so many opportunities. There are so many opportunities where you can write a mail and then tell them that we organize an introductory session. We thank Sarala Gopalan, she organized, and Padma Venkatraman, they organized a session to the All India Women's South Zone members. We're going to do another session to women entrepreneurs of Chambers of Commerce, Orissa. We can inject anywhere. An introductory session, you can ask for, you can teach first your team members, always. That's how we started in IBM. We started teaching our team members. I carried the same thing from Synovi to IBM. Nobody's going to stop if you organize a meditation to your group. Start with that. You've got great subjects there. 10 of them, 5 of them, 2 of them will be there. And then you will know it. And after 2 weeks, you'll know it that, okay, so I can. During teaching, we stop worrying about numbers. That's the key. I'm a very senior leader, and then in a meeting, I will get 100 people. But here only one person may come. When you attach to the result, that's the problem. When you attach to the result and say, nobody is there, only one person is there. Oh, they're not talking about experience. So we attach to the results and we go back. We got to recognize that we are in the process. As long as we're doing the process right, the results, if not tomorrow, they'll come a week later. They'll come 3 weeks later, 30 days later. We are getting better. And then we're working on next Buddha. So can't we wait for 30 days? Have 60 days. And when instead of 100 people, only 5 people show up, and then it is when we drop ourselves, the I, then we know that, okay, even 5 people are good. I used to sit, we used to have a weekly session at 12:30 or something like that. Sometimes I used to go and sit only myself. Nobody used to be there. In that room, in a conference, I just sit by myself. And then our HR person used to come and join. They forget. Then I call them and say, hey, you forgot meditation. Come. Many of the engineers used to naturally take and say, sir, we have this work. Well, fine. It's a choice they make because they now mandated it. But however, we wait for it patiently. Recognizing that one person is turning to be a Buddha. And so that way, as long as we don't attach to these big numbers in teaching, we will be encouraged. We automatically are so joyful to go on and do it. I want this 20 people, day 100 people came, now only 30 people are coming, so am I not doing good? Now judge yourself. In the consciousness levels, everybody is a different level. And so those who are staying are very genuinely interested. So we're happy because then your time is the best utilized. It's utilized to the best because the questions will be the right questions because they're interested. We work brick by brick, one heart at a time. Karen Trakka, we're really grateful to her. All the songs we listen every day at the end of the program are by Karen Trakka, great master. Please give her a big clap. So much gratitude to her. One heart at a time. We are angels. So we are angels. We can work one heart at a time. She has given all the messages in her songs. I'm so grateful. Be grateful to yourself in teaching, so because we are developing ourselves. So dear friends, Buddhasiya Quantum Foundation is in wholeheartedly will support any endeavor you want to do in teaching. Swapna Madam, Lavanya Madam has started a chapter in Tennessee in US where they have their own group. They created, they're already teaching. Of course, I'm forgetting names. Ramesh is teaching. Many are teaching. Many are teaching. I know that many are teaching. Even Narendra sir has started teaching, I was told, to his family members. Wonderful, Narendra ji. So dear friends, we must teach, and we are looking forward to listen to your story of teaching. Lakshmi Madam is teaching, so your story of teaching. So if you have pictures where you are conducting group meditations, they share with us. We'll share here among all of us. Mr. Vivek from Vivek, there in Nepal, he's teaching his students now. If we want to accelerate your learning and practice, jump into teaching. Or support a person who's teaching. Next to them, support a person who's teaching. In organizing and promoting and popularizing it, these two things, that's it. If we want to strengthen our practice, because that's service. Anyway, there are 3 pillars we talked about, dear friends. So we are happy that today we will have Dr. GK, founder of Spiritual Tablets, but my younger brother, medical doctor, through whom I learned meditation. So he'll be there to talk about his service journey, and so he'll be there after meditation. Let's go into meditation. We have so much facts, so many wanted to share today and tomorrow, 2 final days. And so we'll take messages from Dr. GK, and then we're going to listen into several experiences. Our sessions today and tomorrow will go till 8 a.m. So whoever wants to plan to stay on to listen to other stories, other experiences, stay on. So let's go into meditation, dear friends. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. What happened? You want to share something?
Yeah, the post.
All right.
Yeah.
What's that?
Meditation posture, sir.
Okay. No problem. So we are doing Anapanasati meditation. If anybody new, there may be somebody new, and the goal, our goal is to empty the mind. And we do that by simply observing our breath. With your eyes closed, remove the specs, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, hands in your lap like this, and then cross your feet at ankle. Cross your feet at ankle, sit comfortably. On your chair, on the floor, doesn't matter. Sit comfortably, requires back support, take it. And sit down with your eyes closed, remove the specs, observe your natural breath. We're already breathing natural breath. So in breath and out breath. So just observe, gentle, subtle observation of the natural breath. When you observe, the breath is going in and coming out. Take a reference point in your nose anywhere, preferably here, and then observe breath is going in and coming out at that point. And as you observe the breath, slowly your mind becomes empty. As mind becomes empty, we are experiencing this greater emptiness, quantum energy field. That's your consciousness. We experience that. So observe the breath and observe the breath, and breath becomes lighter, shorter, and then mind becomes empty. We experience that emptiness, which is full of energy. So you may experience some things in your body. Just be a witness to it. Experience it, witness to it. Do not analyze. In case you think, in case you're in thought, bring your attention back to the breath. Thoughts will come. It's nearly not possible to have completely empty-minded if you're consciously aware for most people. So thoughts will come. When thoughts are there, bring your attention back to the breath again. Our goal is to go empty-minded, but thoughts continue to come. When you recognize thoughts are there, attention back to the breath again. All right, friends? Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Before going into this meditation called breath mindfulness meditation, we're doing something called heart elevation process. And just follow my guidance actually for that. Dear friends, keep with your eyes closed, specs removed. Keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath and feel your sacred heart. I want you to recollect an event, an experience from your past where you felt enormous love, gratitude, compassion. Recollect an experience from your past or from your present or from your mind movie of the future, and relive that moment and elevate yourself. gratitude inside you, all around you. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are energy intricately connected with each other. The nature of the universe is to bring order and coherence among all things and everybody, with love, with joy, with gratitude. Feel it, dear friends. Feel that energy inside of you, all around you, and allow yourself to direct that energy to heal you deeply. And slowly, let's go into a breath mindfulness meditation. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap and observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. When our mind is empty, we experience that greater consciousness, that energy field. We allow our body to function at its natural best. We develop greater immunity. Be with your breath. It is natural to have thoughts. When you recognize you are thinking, gently go back to observing your breath, dear friends. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, resting your hands in your lap, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is empty, become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you. We are less matter, more energy. When we empty our mind, we withdraw our attention off the matter, we experience that greater emptiness all around. Become aware of that emptiness where there's no body, where there's nothing, in no place and no time. If you find yourself distracted in thought, gently go back to observing your breath and slowly find that emptiness all around. Allow yourself to experience that infinite depth of that emptiness spreading far and wide beyond your body, beyond your room, into the edges of this universe. That's energy. All emptiness is energy. This is the unlimited quantum energy field, your consciousness. The longer you stay connected to this field, dear friends, the more you become of it and the more you receive from it. Allow yourself to experience this emptiness, this light, where there's no body, where there's no thing. And allow yourself to stay connected to this energy. The longer you stay in this field, the more open you become. Stay aware of that emptiness, of that energy inside you, all around you. Allow yourself merge into that emptiness of yourself. This is your divine consciousness. This is your greater intelligence. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness and energy, dear friends, as no body, as no thing, the more you experience your wholeness. If you find yourself distracted, go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself to experience this emptiness, this light. The longer you stay as no body, no thing, the more you experience everybody and everything. Go deeper and deeper into yourself, dear friends, and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, your divine self, this consciousness. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. It's an honor and privilege to be exploring consciousness at this time of history. Be grateful to all things and everybody, to your parents, to your teachers and mentors, to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues. Express deep gratitude to this grand nature, bird, fish and the animals, the planets of stars. And be very thankful to all the things you use, the technology, the places you visit, companies, governments, and systems. Be grateful to yourself and to this intelligent quantum field, this universe, for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Relax your body. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? What have you experienced? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Always great to meditate in a group. And we use every opportunity. And we have Dr. GK. This program is also a gratitude program. So Dr. GK is through whom I learned meditation. Is an enormously compassionate individual, continues to be a great master, and then continues to, he's the youngest in our family. He's my younger brother, immediate younger brother, youngest in our family, but first one to learn meditation, teach, and ensure that every one of us get into it. A medical doctor by education, MBBS, but then he chose to do total service, spiritual service, wanting to take that knowledge to everybody. So we'll listen in from him. There is so much wisdom. In my initial 2-3 years, there is so much time that I spent with him into the nights in soaking up a lot of wisdom, life after death, and travels and souls and this and that. Because he's a third eye master. He's a true yogi. He overcome sleep. He'll sleep only when he feels, an hour, 2. And every time I see him, he'll only meditate in the night and do something, some session in the middle of the night to some part of the world. But doing some beautiful work called Spiritual Tablets. Today we're going to understand from him his service journey, being in the service week. Yes, sir, Sheetal, please formally introduce.
Namaste, GK sir. Hello, friends. I'm very happy to introduce Dr. Gopalakrishna, fondly called Dr. GK, a medical doctor by education, is a spiritual scientist who dedicated himself for the well-being of people at physical, mental, and spiritual level through meditation, pyramid energy, and spiritual wisdom. He established Spiritual Tablets Research Foundation, a non-religious, non-profit, voluntary organization under the guidance of Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. With his 24 years of meditation practice and wisdom, he devised wisdom capsules called spiritual tablets that empower people to self-heal through their own meditation and wisdom. To share his wisdom, he established several virtual and physical spiritual tablet centers across India and abroad and successfully helped more than 10,000 people to heal themselves of deep illnesses to date. Dr. GK is currently living in London and working to impart this wisdom across the globe while doing his post-graduation program. Today, we are happy to have Dr. GK to share his experience on doing spiritual services. I welcome you to the session, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sheetal Madam and Chandrasekhar sir, and all the Buddha CEO team and the masters who has attended this early morning meditation training program across the globe. And my deepest gratitude to my mentor, Paul Vijay Kumar, and the core mentor, Brahmarshi Subhash Patriji. Through them, in this lifetime, I learned a great spiritual wisdom in the initial part of my self journey, I can say. And as everyone come into their conscious spiritual path in a given lifetime, I have started my journey, as Madam just narrated, almost 25 years ago in 1994. After doing all my individual practices, like the basic meditation, spiritual book reading, and sharing, I got a lot of inner experiences, as Chandra said, just saying, whether you call it as third eye experiences, astral experiences, and all set one or the other I got, and I understood about my life and about my potential. And there are certain breakthrough wisdoms which I started applying in my own life, which are related to this today's topic in my journey, that is the service and the gratitude that we express towards the community from which we have arisen. So the first breakthrough concept I learned from Brahmarshi Patriji is Yoga Parampara, where the incarnational journey we go through as a soul. Initially, we start with Karma Yoga, after that Raj Yoga, that is intense sadhana, and then finally we land in Jnana Yoga. So this concept really hit me deep inside. Until then, I was totally into moral values and a kind of giving immediate support to the neighbor, friends, or people or whomsoever who are in suffering in a monetary aspect. That is supplying that roti kapda makan, means that shelter and bread and cloth, whatever they require, or an emotional support. This is what the help I used to know. But after going through this Yoga Parampara concept given by Patriji, I understood, rather than giving a momentary support, like, instead of supplying bread, we have to make them to learn how to make their own bread for himself. I don't want to use the standard, that fish example, which is against the basic law. So then immediately I understood not to give momentary support, let them understand the spiritual principles so that they can live on their own with their own spirituality. I have a power to read them, to read their life, and I can give them guidance. Instead, I used to teach them meditation, I used to support them, and I used to train them in the spiritual wisdom, whatever I gained, and let them open their own third eye, and they can see their life and they can change their course of action in life. So since then onwards, I decided to not to do any kind of monetary supports to anyone, including my medical profession, because that again a support, leaving in exceptions like emergencies. The rest of all the areas, I have decided to teach only meditation. Through that, they will gain wisdom and they can cure themselves completely as a part of self-healing through energy as well as wisdom. So that is one of the major breakthrough where I have started utilizing all my efforts only in giving, in supplying wisdom. That is how the spiritual tablets was emerged. And through the spiritual tablets workshops and counselings and centers and so much of administrative network I have developed, and through that and the support of great masters who are having similar intentions joined me, and we did it in a great way, and we cracked so many miraculous cases, and we were successful in giving beautiful solutions. And as a part of it, the second breakthrough wisdom to understand why I have to involve in this service is applying the principle, simply applying the principle of Richard Bach. We are all learners, teachers, and doers. Whatever we have already gained, the practical wisdom, that just we need to do in our day-to-day life. And once we are applying the principles for our own life as a Buddha, that will automatically teach to the rest of the people. There is no need to teach even. We have to apply. So whenever I used to get some or the other minor illness, instead of utilizing the medicines, I used to sit on that. Meditation only will cure it. Wisdom only will cure it. At times, it looks like a stupidity for some people, even for my family members. But I never care. If I will die, I will die. No problem. It is the universe's responsibility to make me alive. If I am really useful for the society, it will allow me to live. Otherwise, I will gain the wisdom. I will understand my stupidity behind each and every illness. Like that, so many times I have undergone a lot of pain on my own physical body, and I try to implement all the principles, whatever I am teaching. So through that, I became a doer, and whatever the doing in a doer state of consciousness, I am started, showing to the community. That became a teaching part. And apart from that, the most important 4 cardinal principles I learned, that is Prajnana Brahma, and after that Aham Brahmasmi, I am God, and then Sarvam Kalidam Brahma, everything is godliness around us, and then finally Tatvamasi. Out of these 4 major lines, at one point of time, I understood I am God, I am an unlimited consciousness, and an embodiment of universal love. Then what about the people and the environment around me? So to reach that, the only way we have is service. Means we have to understand that the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and the human kingdom around us is also God, like us. So to reach that, to communicate with them, the best thing what we can do is we have to give whatever the best we can give for them. If you give, you will get. If you start giving the wisdom, whatever is really required for the neighbor souls, and automatically we get a connection with those souls. So that unconditional giving became a part of my life, to step up myself from Aham Brahmasmi, I am God, to the Sarvam Kalidam Brahma, that is godliness everywhere. In fact, whatever the service I am doing, it is my own selfishness. I have to use that word. It looks like I am doing a great service, but in the core, if you go to the spiritual science, pure theory, it is nothing but expansion of my own consciousness by connecting to the neighbor souls, by using the word service. So to go to the next level, initially it may be intense meditation, it may be intense book reading and spiritual sharing, but later this intense individual practices will turn into a group practice, that is spiritual science service. I don't call it as a social service, I'll call it as a spiritual science service. Means we have to share our spiritual wisdom, whatever we have gained, and that automatically connects with the souls around us. So this is the second breakthrough as a part of my spiritual service understandings. And the third major breakthrough is, of course, it is very simple. It is a marketing technique, I need to say. Being a corporate, I can't teach you in this, but it is very, very important for me. See, if you want to sell salt, the seashore is not the right place, but the civilian places, it will be sold in a better way. So similarly, I always try to keep myself in a most, demand areas. That is what I learned from Patri sir. So at every point of time, again and again, I'll introspect myself. Whatever I am doing, is it apt? Is it right? What really the people need? In what way I need to cater the services? Where exactly I have to position myself? Whenever I am free from my work, like as a part of my journey, after developing the Visakhapatnam spiritual societies and all the 3 districts, I worked very vigorously and a lot of masters were developed. And everybody is conducting sessions, and I have established around 40 spiritual healthcare centers in the 3 districts. Regularly, I used to roam around all these centers, and so many masters were trained. At one point of time, I felt like I don't have any work, because at most we need to teach the basics, and so many masters are there. Everybody is teaching, and I felt like I don't have any work here. At that point of time, suddenly Patri sir said, as a part of my own next level of understanding to reach my perfection, I shooted some questions, and he said, you just go to Andaman. Then with the family, I shifted to Andaman, and there I started my journey as alone. And there I learned a lot of lessons, and that is the area where nobody is there, and I am the only one meditator. Of course, my better half Padma. We are the only 2 meditators. So we started the Andaman Pyramid Spiritual Society. I learned a lot of wisdom from the tribes with whom I worked as a medical officer, the Jarwa tribes, who doesn't even have the clothes, roam in forest. And there we emerged the Ananda Brahma concept, working through arts into the people. And after that, again, I came back to mainland. And then I started my next level of work, that is in the residential environment. I started giving support for the serious illness cases. So that really worked a lot, and that gave support to so many serious illness patients. Because I'm a doctor, I can use my certificate, and I gave an environment where the vegetarian food will be supplied and pyramids to the beds, and little medical intervention, whatever is required for them, a pain management or whatever. And I'm there all the time. And that really helped a lot of serious illness cases and chronic cases. And during that 2.5 years period, even the genetical problems are also solved. Then I understood this hospital setup is not required. Any beautiful environment like the Pyramid Valley or Katkal, or so many spiritual healthcare centers in rural India I have established now in the name of Pyramid Admission Centers. There, if the people live for 40 days or 3 months or 6 months, whatever the chronic problem it may be, whether it is an autoimmune disorder or a cancer or whatever, definitely they will get benefited in a great way according to their spiritual journey. So that admission concept really a very good atmosphere. And after that, then I went to Mumbai. And there I started working on a public pyramid. To bring up the Mulund pyramid, really we worked hard. Even though I have a lot of spiritual wisdom in the name of spiritual tablets, I didn't do anything about the spiritual tablets there, because there we need to have a very good center, a public center, to show the people that this energy will work. That is what the work Patricia gave to me. Leaving aside all the wisdom, all the centers, everything aside, I started working only in that public pyramid concept. And within a year, we have successfully completed that public pyramid. And that is a great success for me. And I came to know the formula behind that, bringing up a public pyramid without any delay. And then from there again, I went to Kolkata. There I trained some of the masters locally, and we are successful in bringing up 2 pyramids in South Calcutta in Lake Park. No doubt there are a lot of ifs and buts and pains and likes and dislikes we have gone through as a part of that creating a new development. And I learned a lot with the people and with the environment. And then finally, I came back to Visakhapatnam in 2013. And again, I started working with the local people and started establishing a lot of literature in spiritual tablets. And being a doctor, and after developing a little bit of my fluency in English language with a great work, then suddenly I realized to take these spiritual tablets into the next level, it needs some research work. And without that abroad projection and without that researcher work, these case histories, whatever we have developed, it may not reach to the elite community, and especially for the intellectuals. Then I started working on my abroad goals, and I went to US for twice, and across 28 cities I have traveled so far in US, and I gave my presentations. And in UK, I stayed for 2.5 months as a pilot trip, and I have conducted around 68 sessions in 22 places: Scotland, Ireland, Birmingham, Nottingham, Manchester, London, all the places I roamed. Then I understood maybe the UK is the best place where I can continue my post-graduation so that I can enter into that research field. Because I have done good enough number of workshops and counselings, almost I left that part to my successors. And I started working. I need to learn that research wisdom. So at this age, of course, age is no bar. It is a bit tough for me to go through again into education, and I completed successfully my master's degree into public health in Sheffield Hallam University, and that opened a new branch again to do some research. So my first dissertation I have submitted as a part of my career, that part of the course completion. Now we have started a research program. So we want to develop a research paper related to the COVID. So how people got benefited through meditation and spiritual journey during the COVID pandemic. So we started a combined, a mixed method study, a qualitative and quantitative methods. I am happy to share that a group of eminent masters who are into this research has joined me. So in the virtual office every day, I am sitting for 4 hours. Initially, there are only 10 departments. Now there are around 32 departments in my breakout rooms in Zoom. Every day, 9 to 1:30, I am sitting, and around 40 to 70 eminent masters who are interested in spiritual science service, they are joining into the virtual office. And through that, we are continuing this service. So today, wherever I am required, there I am identifying, and regularly I sit with my spiritual gurus and eminent masters like Chandra and all the project leaders on and off, and I'll understand how they are working. And the same principles I copy paste in my journey, and the same things I'll teach to my successors. And happily, I'm continuing my life in the name of a great spiritual science service. So just to conclude in 1 minute, any neurological problems and the problems from the cervical spine to the hand, always they are related to, and especially the chest related problems and the upper back problems are directly related to service. So if you start your own contribution into the spiritual science service, then immediately within no time you can come out of your spondylitis problems and frozen shoulders, elbow joint problems, wrist problems, and hand problems. And of course, some of the neurological disorders are also directly linked to how you channelize your spiritual power, whatever you are attaining in your spiritual journey, into the spiritual science service. With this, I conclude my service journey, how I have realized and how I am applying it and how greatly I am getting benefits out of it. And today, all my family members are into spiritual service, and that gives us a great pleasure and happiness, though. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. GK, for the journey. Friends, spiritual tablets is a specialized journey, to specialized spiritual journey that one would go through to heal deep-rooted conditions that one may have. You need more guidance, more assistance, more counseling to get through and then find a benefit and a result of healing that condition. Of course, it is a journey where you become a perfect master by the time you finish it, because ultimately it's about psychosomatism. It's a journey where you accelerate or at least have a guidance so that one can go through it. And so that is something that Dr. GK is doing with a whole set of counselors enormously across, and then finding benefit. So the details absolutely can be found. But the point I wanted to bring here in this session is that I'm always fascinated by his ability to just live like a nomad. They call nomad, N-O-M-A-D. Nomads are those who can just move from place to place without just with bare foot, right? They just take with the clothes they go. So in spite of me having a comfortable luxury IT life, in spite of our family having a reasonably normal life, he would just jump from here to Andaman Nicobar Islands. From there he went to Bombay, from there he went to Calcutta, from there he went to another place, just to live, not bothering about my career, my this, my that, and then just go there, camp there, and then establish some centers and then go back. It's a calling for him. But ability to go into new places, ability to wanting to break that initial barrier, I think a lot that if Dr. GK could do, we all absolutely can do. We all can break in our offices, in our community, and say, I'm going to do this meditation for you. If one can travel to Andaman Islands and teach, I don't know, work with Jarvas tribes and teach meditation in no man's land, we can teach in every man's land where we are, very familiar land. So thank you, Dr. GK, for providing that thing. And there are many things are there. I mean, the age is no bar, so you can go and then take up your education. I know some of you are doing it. If that is what you want, to go up and take up your education. And many things that we can do, because nothing is ever set in stone for us. Everything is being created by us. Going to learn that Yoga Parampara, some of these concepts, week after next when I'm doing this advanced spiritual science topics 5-day program, along with Akhanda Dhyana. But with Dr. GK Spiritual Tablets, next month we'll organize a session where we'll go through an introduction about spiritual tablets. In our calendar, we're going to have it as a session, introduction about spiritual tablets, and then what they are, what we can do. Of course, until then, we don't have to wait. Anybody has wanting to explore, spiritualtablet.org, I believe, is the website that you can go through. Thank you, Dr. GK, for he'll be here to listening to some of our experiences. So let's do some sharing. I see that Dr. Professor Raghunathji has raised his hand. Dr. GK is going to stay through for some more time, right?
Yeah. Thank you. I'll be here only the next 1 hour.
Okay. Wonderful. Yes, sir. Professor Raghunathji.
Yes, Pranam Chandra sir, I think I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
My dear masters and all my friends. Basically, Chandra sir, I'm a psychologist, right? Working in 6 to 7 hospitals there in Kerala. I am also a professor of various universities outside of India. And I do a lot of this meditation practices, and I do apply with so many of my clients also. The first message I want to talk to you is nothing but meditation is really a medication, right? In order to control so many diseases, this medication can be used as a medication, no doubt about that. After joining with Chandra sir, I want to share a real story. Chandra sir, I think practical incidents can really motivate others to do this for the creativity. That is what I believe, for the creativity. See, the thing is, after joining Chandra sir's course, I got a client who is also a neighbor, sir. But he is so tense, right? There's so many issues, so many, family issues, and his blood pressure level is almost 170 by 100. Chandra sir, this is a practical incident which I want to share. 170 by 100. I asked him to join the course, right, sir? With me, because you will not be able to see. But he was doing the meditation along with me also. So with the present condition, I want to tell you, he was under, the medicine now for Telemistrin 40. See, since Dr. GK sir is also there, I want to tell you exactly the medicine, Telemistrin 40. So after doing this course, yesterday when I checked, or day before yesterday when I checked his BP, it is now 140 by 9. It's a real high, yes, sir. Rajaraj sir, yes, thanks to Chandra sir, and of course, I was implementing this sort of really the meditation practice throughout my career. Chandra sir, incidentally, I'm also doing a lot of service all over the world, right, sir? Because since today you were talking about the teacher's contribution, I want to share as a professor certain interesting things. As a professor, as a teacher, we learn certain things. After that, we unlearn and we relearn. And unlearning process is always difficult. I think Chandra sir will agree. And now I have decided I think we should return something to the society also. That's why I'm here and sharing my experiences also. So it is a fantastic journey, no doubt about that. Going along with Chandra sir's, meditation. I want to tell you another interesting thing. Through the meditation, you can achieve this also. According to me, the mind is a market of thoughts. According to me, the mind is a market of thoughts. And I want to define the mind. Ajay sir, you have to mind the mind. That's why I'm telling you, very interesting concept. Mind is nothing but a garden. The garden is really guarded by 4 walls, and there is a gate. And gatekeeper is nobody else than you. So you have to decide what are the things which should be entered into your garden or your mind. So when you are guarding as a gatekeeper, you are supposed to enter only the positive things to your garden. And negative things, you should see that you are closing. I think through the meditation, you can do this. This is the message which I want to pass. Anyway, yesterday, I've written a message to our Sapna ma'am that I've decided one interesting thing because I got a lot of friends, rather the students. Definitely, I will recommend this course to all my students also, not only my clients. Thank you, Chandra sir. In fact, I want to talk a lot of things about meditation and the journey towards, with you also, but the time is limited. And Chandra sir also, when you give a chance to the professors, it's very difficult because they will talk and talk. Very nice of you, Chandra sir, giving an opportunity. Definitely, I'll be there to support you all these journeys. Pranams.
Thank you so much, Raghunath. This is wonderful to hear. Yes, mind is like a garden, so we have to constantly remove the weeds and not enter the negative ones by just doing the meditation. They keep coming, but we got to have something to keep removing. Beautiful. If you're in Bangalore, so please come and meet us, and then we can do something together. I always
Yes,
believe.
definitely.
Yes.
Because all my family members are settled in Bangalore. I am the only person from Kerala. I do want to do a lot of work in Kerala, so that's why I'm settled in Kerala. And incidentally, I do a lot of social service all over the world, sir. Incidentally, I am also a former prime minister and chief minister already in the field of service, social service. Thank you, Pranam, sir.
Wonderful. That's our goal, to join hands with all the NGOs where whatever that you learned, that if you can introduce to the people, the community that you are impacting, we can reach to any rural areas as quickly. Whatever you do, you introduce a 2-minute meditation to them, teach them, and then you're empowering them significantly, right? It is so easy. There are so many languages that's available in PMC channels. All languages available. English is what for us, but they're available in Tamil, Telugu, English, in every channel. Thank you. Wonderful. Yes, we'll take, thank you so much for sharing, Professor. Sangeeta Babu, some of you raised hands. I wanted to say that many have given names, so I'm calling some of those names. And so just bear with us. So we'll learn some today and then share some tomorrow. You may have raised, but then calling those who have said they wanted to share early on yesterday and now. Yes, please go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. I am Mrs. Sangeeta Babu. I'm from Coimbatore.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm just getting assurance that whether I'm audible or not. And I was frustrated before these 40 days, which this program was started. No? Basically, I'm a professor. I've resigned my job and I've got a New Zealand visa. And unfortunately, the border was closed. My ticket was booked for March 31st of 2020. And 25th of March, border was closed. And I was frustrated. That my mind was actually, I was upset. And my husband asked me to attend this meditation program. And I thought this is religious oriented because I'm a Christian. And he asked me to attend this program. He got some link from his group, civil engineers group. And the first day, so he compelled me and I've attended. And second day, the first one I want to appreciate what all the programs we are arranged, we are organized in our college. The main success is because of the comparing, the voice of the comparing people. So the first of I've just admired this program because of the voice of Chandra sir, and I've listened in the second day. First day I've not at all listened because I thought it is religious oriented, and I'm just planning how to skip from this program and how to convey I'm not interested in this program, that to my husband. Okay, second day I just listening your voice. Third day, I decided to attend at least 40 days, not even the same 6 o'clock, at least any time through YouTube, any time in a day. And third, fourth, fifth, 6th day I planned daily morning 6 o'clock. I'm supposed to attend this program. Okay, so from the 6th day, I'm just attending all the days. Only one day I skipped due to my illness. I've skipped. And later I came to know after 14th day, I'm just noted in my diary what all the things happened to me due to this program, because I was attracted in the second day itself. The 14th day of the program, I thought to completely avoid my non-veg. I thought this is because of this program, because weekly thrice we used to eat non-veg, so fish, meat, and everything. The people we are in our religion, we prefer to eat more meat. And 14th day, I've noted in my diary itself. 14th day, I plan to stop all non-veggies. At least we have to reduce. God's grace. Up to yesterday, we just followed the same thing. Okay, thanks to Chandra sir, thanks to Buddha CEO. And fourth one, then 23rd day, I've completely my mind setup is changed. Previously, I've read through all the newspapers and watching the newses. What are all the negative newses about abroad and everything? I've stopped in the 23rd day, and I've collected information about the positive one. And I'm just thinking how to visualize, how to manifestation and everything. If not even, I'm not at all heard these words in my life. And this is 39th day, and I feel very comfortable, and I'm sure that I will succeed in my life. And because I've resigned my job, there is no salary. I have to move to New Zealand. I paid 19 lakhs to New Zealand. I'm just waiting for 1.5 years. These are all the burden. My son is studying 10th standard. He must get more marks and everything. And apart from this 40 days program, I've attended 3 days program, which is conducted in the evening also. And that program, Chandra sir told me that write one chart, our own chart. Okay, that I've just draw in my A3 sheets, and I just stick in my room, the first one. And second one, I've developed one video for 8 minutes about New Zealand. And this is what I'm just preparing in my own. I'm stand in front of EIT, that's institution which I'm going to study, in front of EIT, and the videos clubbed together 8 minutes. And now I used to see from that program, after completing the 3rd day program, I used to see daily in the morning, and whenever I need, I used to see that video. Now I've received a message, that is yesterday I've received a message from EIT that in coming batch, New Zealand announced that 1,250 students of PG and postgraduate students can enter into New Zealand. And from EIT, I've received a letter that you will get a chance. You are one among the 5 people which we gave the list to the Immigration New Zealand. So be ready whenever you will get mail. Get back to us. This is the mail which I've received from EIT. And I've last one year I was frustrated, and this 40 years I just enjoyed. The first day, second day I've skipped. Second day I thought to omit the program actually. The first day and second day, and from 3rd day I'm very much comfortable. And when I want to be a Buddha CEO, at least and volunteer, and I've share these links to many of my students, and they are watching through YouTube after my classes. Now I am taking online classes through the classes, and the people my students were asked if I am in India, we'll conduct one program in our college, ma'am. I said, yes, definitely we will do. But I'll go to New Zealand. Even once I go there, I'll invite Buddha CEO, especially Chandra sir, over there for some sessions. Thank you, Chandra sir. I never ever expect this experience will get from this abundant but I blessed with abundantly. I'm sure. Even I never spend much time, these times, nearly 1 hour in front of my God regularly. Because whenever I found time, I'll pray. But here I arrange, I spend my own time, and I'm committed to my time, and I'm attend the program. Thanks to Chandra sir, and thanks to all the Buddha CEO, all the masters, and Badriji and his family. God bless you all, and keep rendering the services whenever we upset. We need some support. Definitely your YouTube videos will get some tension free videos. And one more thing I want to update, I've downloaded all the YouTube things, and fluid musics for 11 hours, 12 hours through YouTube, and throughout the day it's playing in my home. I never ever expect this changes from me. Thank you, Chandra sir. Thank you.
Oh my God. Wonderful, wonderful, Sagita madam. That's beautiful to hear. The purpose of Abundance program is served in many ways. I'm so glad your dreams coming true, and you are going to start the Buddha Seva chapter in New Zealand.
Thank you, sir.
So keep dreaming. Beautifully said. Absolutely. So thank you for sharing that. It's great. So many messages you gave. And yes, if we commit to ourselves, somewhere something connects, and then we go through this path. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Really. And then until you are going through manifestation, I suggest strongly to take up some service. So I'm sure you can help Buddha CEO or any PMC or anyone, but do some service. Service is always opening many gates, many ways, particularly when we are in the middle of jobs, or because that gives a lot of clarity. I've seen it again and again for people. So just take up something, and then it opens up gates in many ways, many doors. Right? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, we have some time, so we can easily allocate that for service. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Ashokji. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, Chandraji, and all my dear friends. I'm audible, right?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So I have started, I'm Ashok Jagatia from Mumbai. I run a company. We are into electronic product design services. I started my meditation journey with this abundance program. Before this, for a few months, I've been doing off and on 10-15 minutes here and there, but never regular. But when I got a link about this program from one of my friends, okay, I started, this is what I was looking for, and the time was also right. So I started my journey here, and it has been a great experience in the past 6 weeks. I would not say that I got any mystical experiences, maybe like some participants got, but over the time, my emptiness has increased and improved. So I've been able to do more emptiness while doing our meditations, and I'm sure that process will become much better with time as the time passes. But other small benefits, many more benefits I have got. So I have been, become more calmer person. Less impulsive, physically also I'm feeling much more energetic, much more better during the day, become more aware in my, present moment kind of thing. So all those things have, improved quite a bit. At work front also, I would say, the atmosphere at work has really become better. My stress levels have reduced, decision making has improved quite a bit. And my relationship with the subordinates have also, become much better than what it used to be, or than earlier days. I've been able to appreciate, their point of view much better than what I used to do earlier. So things are improving on that front. One experience I would like to share, very recent, a couple of days ago. So we have one customer, old customer, but he's like a tough guy. So whenever we go for meetings with him, he's always kind of dominating. He wouldn't listen much to our point of view, and he would always want to enforce, his views on us. So whenever we have meetings with him and we are, preparing or going for the meetings, I most of the time would be in a fearful mode of, what he is going to say, what objections he's going to have, what kind of points he's going to enforce on us. So it always used to be that fearful mode, and you go into the meeting and, as we say, we attract what we kind of think. So all those meetings used to go in similar mode. Always, he would dominate, he would have objections, and it would be difficult for us to convince them. Then I had this meeting a couple of days ago, Tuesday. So this time I had changed my approach. I said, okay, doesn't matter. Why should I be thinking that he's going to always object? So I changed my approach. For a couple of days I visualized that, okay, I'm having a meeting with him, and it's a very cordial meeting. He's agreed to most of our things, just minor points here and there, and most of our points that we have put across, he's agreed. The meetings has gone very well, and it has turned out to be very good for us. So I kind of started visualizing for 2-3 days. I did that just before the meeting, and when this time we went there. During the journey, in the taxi, it's like the meeting was in Pune, from Mumbai to Pune. So in taxi, I did some meditation, as much as I could do. And again, I visualized those things because it's an important customer for us. So amazingly, this time it really happened that way. We had given them a document, kind of an agreement document. This time we started off the meeting saying that, okay, I have gone through your document, and most of the things are fine, and minor points here and there I want to discuss with you. And within half an hour, those minor points were discussed, agreed upon, and everything went very smoothly. So it was a phenomenal change from what it used to be earlier than what had happened on Tuesday. So really, the process kind of has worked for me. The manifestation visualization process, it may be a small thing, but it really worked for me this time, and it was really amazing. So many meditation is going to be a way of life for me. I was a non-vegetarian from the first week of the program. When we talked about vegetarianism, I stopped taking non-veg. I became vegetarian, and it has been a smooth change. I don't think I'll be ever turning non-veg again. So that has happened. Meditation has become like an addictive thing. So I don't think I will miss anything in this whole program till today. I have not missed a session. 3-4 times I had to go outstation for meetings, but I ensured that I finished the session and then leave for the day. So that's going to happen. And I think I'll go into much more deeper meditative state as the time passes. And of course, as Chandra sir says, we have to do service. So I'm thinking of that too. And I'm thinking of introducing meditation within my office and within my colleagues. So all these things are also going to happen. So all in all, it has been an amazing experience. Thank you, Chandra sir. Thank you, the whole Buddha CEO team. Thanks a lot.
Wonderful, Ashokji. That's great. Yes, please talk about it to your colleagues immediately, right? It's so important. And you have them readily with you. That's great. Nothing is small or big. That experience you shared can change and gain so much for somebody's career, as well as a business can change just with that experience completely, because some businesses are built on a single client. And that single client, if it turns around just with that, our positive vibration, we think positively and go into it as if it's happening, and then it happens. We have nothing to lose. We just have to think differently. That's all. So it's a huge thing. To me, that experience you shared is huge, not small. Because ultimately, everything is an interaction in our life. Every experience is an interaction with something or somebody. We can make that interaction beautiful just by dreaming and visualizing. That's all. Saying that even if into the nature, hey, I'm going to have beautiful experience in this falls today. Say it, right? Go there and then experience it that way. Thank you for sharing.
One more
And,
thing I would like to mention, my colleagues who were with me, they were totally amazed with the kind of thing that happened during that meeting. So they have also, they were asking me, how did this all happen? And I was talking on my way back with them. So they have also started, decided that, okay, we'll also start doing this practice. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Ashok. Yes, Sheetal?
Yes, we have Prashanti. Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Namaste, sir, and thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity to share. I'm Prashanti, and I am from Kansas, USA, and I am in the IT delivery side. From profession side, I am quite content, but I just want to mention how this abundance program has touched my life. So since many years, I kind of knew that there is pyramid program that my aunt and all they used to do. And this is 10 years ago. Like I was sitting next to my aunt and she was meditating, and I was casually sitting next to her. But suddenly an energy wave caught me. I didn't know what it is, but I then realized that how much powerful meditation could be. And since those 10 years, I have been trying to see how I can meditate and how I could do and expand my energy. And I have been always in the spiritual path, but that meditation never was 100% perfect for me. Like trying few days on and off like that. And when I started, I didn't even know about this. I can't even say how I signed up for this abundance program, but I always used to pray, and I also do Kriya. I do Kriya every day. And in that Kriya too, I always keep saying, okay, connect to the inner world. That used to be my always the zeal. And I always believe now that that Mother Nature has connected me, and I don't know from where I got the link to. So I just signed up, and then okay, 40 days. Then let me do it. And the second day, I was sitting, and then when this heart elevation was going on, I was just crying and crying, and it was happening to me. All the time, 2-3 days, when I was sitting, and heart elevation was so intense, and I was crying, and always that gratitude is the greatest receivership. That's an amazing point, Chandra sir, because I always used to show gratitude, but that was not coming from my heart, I think, because now my main motive here is to open up my heart and love. That's what I'm trying to work through the meditation. And staying in presence is again that's the important thing that I observed as through these 40 days. And I had a couple of good experiences too, not every day, but and one day I knew that I was in the relaxing lay down mode, but my hand was up, I don't know how, but I was still down, but something on my body is up. So I could see that there is a separation between my inner self and the physical. So that was something that I think scientifically they call it as something. I kind of think that it's something DMT release or some other aspects, because I studied somewhere. But that was something that it really through me. But again, I don't much bother about these all experiences, because these are ongoing ones. But I truly concentrate on getting my love aspect of the heart opened up. That's my main motive. And I also one more point I want to share is on the visualization too. When I was writing the chart, okay, I wrote some worldly things, that this, I want that and all. But then when I went into the meditation, again, the inner self showed me that that I don't think you want all that, because I always been dreaming about the inner realization, not those worldly things. So meditation again made me think, okay, anyway, I don't need this paper to write. So I just put it away. The next day that happened to me when I was writing. So that was an amazing experience. Yeah, and also family-wise, I can see now without arguing, I can get things done. Staying quiet, I can get things done. So that's another trick I think I learned in the family life. Yeah, I think that's it I want to share. I know we are running out of time. Thank you for everything. And also service. I want to do service and I have been doing service, but again, I'm trying to get to hear from my inner self, like what is the service that it want me to do.
Sure. Yes, if you're already doing service, do something more, madam. That's all. Then it's like purpose. So you start somewhere, start something, and then you experiment, right? And explore, start something, you'll know it in a few weeks whether you're enjoying it or not, and you can easily change. Every experience is going to add value. Nothing's going to go waste. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Everything.
That's great sharing, and definitely inspiring to all. And practically is seeing it, and the heart elevation is great. It releases so many emotions, and many other times of manifestations are blocked because of the emotions that we hold are positively, negatively, in many ways. Thank you. May I request Lakshmi Madam, Buddha CEO Lakshmi Madam, to share how she's enjoying her service.
Namaste everyone, I'm Lakshmi. I'm 1 year old with Buddha CEO, Quantum Foundation. And by profession, I am a senior project manager. And by passion, I am a Carnatic classical singer. And when it comes to service, for me, service, in Telugu, they say, Nannu muttukoku namala kaki. Means I always wanted to be myself. It's not that about selfish or something like that. That's how I used to feel. But when I got an opportunity as a part of my corporate program, I attended Buddha CEO 40 Days program last year. And then after that, I got an opportunity to volunteer. And I took it up just with no objective. I just wanted to see what is there. What does this really volunteers do? And what does the service mean? So I started with that. And frankly, the biggest takeaway for me is I got to know more things. It gave me a lot in return, be it in terms of exploring the subject or getting to know what this meditation is doing for many people, and in return, it was affecting me a lot. I felt being empowered. Okay, I felt being creative, I felt being productive, so on and so forth, all those benefits. But as far as service is concerned, it gave me a feeling of oneness. Okay, we're all one. It's not that we are not separate entities operating in silos. So that is one step towards that universal brotherhood or whatever we call that. That's what I started feeling. Second thing is, when someone asks me a question in the group, if I know, I can definitely answer it. If I don't know, I'll talk to my Chandra sir or my fellow facilitators. Or I started exploring the subject. Okay, what is this gratitude? Why is it affecting? What is the impact of gratitude on our well-being? Example, I'm just giving you an example. So it opened doors for me to learn more. And above that, it made me grounded. Okay, it's as Chandra sir just mentioned, it is happening through you, not by you, is something that made me feel more grounded and grounded. So that's the best part. And when I look at service, it could be knowledge sharing, it could be sharing your time, it could be sharing your energies, or it could be sharing your money as well. I got an opportunity to do this, and whenever I'm doing it, more and more there is a self-growth in me. self-exploration has become deeper. Self-realization has become much more deeper. And I started coming closer to my real self. I think I would sum it up that way. Okay, we are embodiments of love, compassion. Somewhere we have lost it. And this service gave me an opportunity to re-identify myself that way. So that's the best part. And when I got a chance to, one simple example, friends, when I got a chance to take up these book clubs, I had some sort of inhibitions. Okay, will I be able to do justice? Will I have time to really go through those books? Will I have time to, take the session? But I realized it's not more about time, it's more about your priorities in life. If this is of high priority, automatically time will be there for us to do that. So I wanted to accommodate that. And I started reading those books. That is selfishness again here. I wanted to read books, and this book club kind of motivated me to read books. Okay, so for the past many years, apart from the technical journals, I have not gone through any books. After coming to the CEO Quantum Foundation, that too, after taking book clubs, I started reading more books. That way I got an opportunity to know more about things, be it spiritual or, frankly speaking, more about self. That self-exploration has become a wonderful aspect for me. So that's how I started enjoying book clubs. I started sharing some knowledge, and every day, whatever one line of sentence even I utter in my book club, somehow I'm feeling that it is getting implemented in my life. I'm able to realize things more in much more efficient way. I started connecting with people. Then I know that, okay, you are not the only one in the universe, and you are taken care of by beautiful people around you. So this sort of feeling that empoweredness also came into my life. And when people share their experiences, earlier I used to feel, why are they talking so much? But now when I hear to the experiences, it gives me some sort of, it triggers some aspect of my personal core. So that's how I started enjoying it, listening to people as well. And I became more grounded. That's what I would say, Chandra sir.
Thank you. Thank you for your beautiful service, madam. Which group, your message to your group?
I am from Third Eye group. So our third eyes are getting open, frankly. The more of intuition is definitely coming into our lives. And one final thing, sir, which I forgot. I am taking care of social media promotions for the CEO. Trust me, friends, I was never a social media person. I had an account to do some survey, but never was into social media. I am not a social media person at all. When I got this opportunity, I just took my baby steps, and I took my digital marketing course after taking up this assignment. It's a kind of new learning again. This opportunity of service gave me something to learn again new. Now I know what is infinite pool. I know where I can stop it, where I can really enjoy it. That sort of demarcation also I could really observe after getting into this service.
Thank you. Thank you for all that you're doing, Lakshmi madam. It's a great way that we are reaching out to thousands of people through your work. Really thank you for your service. And we have a little master wiki. We'll close this session in about 10 minutes. I know it's extended. In about 10 minutes, we have little master wiki joined there from St. Louis. Before that, I'd like Nagapradeep to share how he's enjoying. And I will take with little master wiki. And then Dharmendra Subramaniam will listen in tomorrow, Manjunath sir. Yes.
Happy morning, friends. So I'm Pradeep. By profession, I'm a software professional in IT industry. I've been practicing meditation since 2012. Until 2018, though I was practicing and reading, I was always looking for a platform where I can go out and express. So that's what Karna was doing in Mahabharata. So he had a lot of knowledge and skill, but he was looking for something where he can go and express that. And unfortunately, he ended up on the wrong side. But in 2018, I met Sir, Madam, and their platform. So So this is where I found myself, where I can go out and express. It was earlier Soul Trends, Pyramid Valley, and now with Buddha Siva Quantum Foundation. So every service activity, I think, is like a litmus test to the state of mind, to my state of mind, and a continuous feedback mechanism. What is my state of mind? Where I can improve, and all. Yes, as GK sir said initially, it was not that something I am doing for anyone or everyone. It is like what I can improve more, what I can improve more, and this platform is helping in that way to provide feedback continuously for my improvement and journey. Yeah. So this program, I was officially not a facilitator for any group, but yes, I'm doing support on the back end. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nag Pradeep. He's teaching to youngsters. A lot of youngsters are happy listening to him again and again. He's a manifestation guru. So anybody has doubts in manifestation, please go to him. He's got so many manifestation experiences, keep utilizing so many principles, but he's doing an amazing amount of service at a very young age. Yes, Vicky, how are your teachings going on and your experiences? Say hi to Kathleen.
I'm going to start teaching again next week, hopefully. So I have to prepare some slides and things for the kids. But yeah, so that's going. I'm a little tired right now because it's 9:44 p.m., but I'm okay. I'm kind of going through this weird phase while I'm either really sleepy or really awake at some point. But yeah, I'm fine.
Share a little bit about your experience before you conclude. There are a lot of people who don't know you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm Vicky, or Vicky, Vicky for short. I'm 11 years old and I'm from St. Louis. My experience so far, it's been great. Meditation has helped me in so many ways. I've earned confidence. I became vegetarian shortly after I listened to Chandra sir. Me and my whole family, we became vegetarian. We stopped eating meat. So that was like a big change in our life because it just happened naturally. We didn't need to force it or anything. It just kind of happened. One week we were eating meat, the next we weren't. So me and my family became vegetarian. We also tried and spread meditation to as many people as we could. Ramesh Uncle had introduced our family to Buddha-Cio. And I think Buddha-Cio is a wonderful organization. It helps through everything. It helps give you clarity through meditation. So that's a great thing about Buddha-Cio. It also has great team members. I met a lot of the people that work for Buddha-Cio, Shita Madhav and Pradeep sir, and lots of people who work for Buddha-Cio have helped me. So yeah, that's kind of my experience. I've grown confident. I have been able to teach meditation to my friends. I convinced them a little bit to stop eating meat, just a little bit. They aren't there yet, but I'm still convincing them and trying to stop them from eating meat in a nice way, in a way that I hope they understand. I tried spreading this to my school as well through homework, through other things. I explained vegetarianism, I explained meditation through homework. It's like the only way I can get it to my teachers and everything. So that's how I'm kind of trying to spread meditation. And with Ramesh Uncle's help, I have also started teaching to smaller kids or kids my age, even some kids bigger than me. I've started teaching meditation. We do like 15 minutes of meditation, then we go into experiences, and to keep things a little fun, we do some games just to keep things a little exciting around. So yeah, that's how it's been going on. That's my experience.
Wonderful, Vicky. You got muted. We can unmute you.
Thank you.
That's great. You know, if Vicky is teaching, and then she said one thing, I don't know if some of you caught. She said, through my homework, I'm making my teachers and rest of the college or school aware of meditation and the benefit of vegetarianism. She's choosing an opportunity to write essays around the topic. because always some projects given and say, okay, choose something and write this way, that way. We thought amazing that she's doing great work there and doing teaching. So especially anybody want their younger children to go through meditation, she's doing a fabulous job. One can join her sessions. I'm sure we can give you that information, whoever is interested. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you so much. Dr. GK, your closing comments. I know if Karthikeyan sir wants to say anything about Vicky or any of these. Sir, I'm not calling you actively. It's up to you. Just want to respect you. Yes, Dr. GK.
Yeah. So it's really very great to listen to a lot of Buddha CEOs and so many beginners here and who shared their experiences. And no doubt the spiritual path is going to bring a great transformation in each and every one. Initially, it may be our own individual sadhana or practices, and once we realize the inner power, then definitely we can become a great contribution factor to the community. So my core message today is to don't limit yourself for only the monetary services or the social service we do. And we should not confine to that, thinking that it is the great part in life. But we need to extend ourselves in a great way in spiritual science service, that is sharing about meditation and spiritual wisdom. Initially, it may be our own individual experience, but later on, whatever the great wisdom we learn through the spiritual books and from the other masters, that we need to share. And after starting the spiritual service, it is not only the areas where we are competent enough that we need to share. Maybe at times we need to upgrade ourselves by learning some languages, by learning some arts, and sometimes improving our own skills. Whatever is the universe is demanding us, from us to develop, and then only maybe we are better in delivering our services. So that's why we need to be open in those angles, and some areas we need to work on ourselves to improve our skills, and the other areas where we are already competent, that maybe we are delivering. And so delivering the services where we are competent, and in parallel we need to develop our skills to present ourselves in a better way, and all together that gives a great sharing from ourselves. Yeah. Thank you very much for giving this great opportunity. And of course, Karthikeyan sir, the great inspiration for us too, for me too. And initially when I visited Pyramid Valley, I used to listen to him a lot. And thank you very much, Karthikeyan sir, for being a great inspiration factor. And of course, Chandrasekhar University was a great support for me, my family, the first ever intellectual to support me, because when I am coming out of my profession, the rest of the family members are a bit worried that I am going away from my life. But Chandrasekhar and of course Satish, second brother, really supported me a lot, and they debated on behalf of me in the family, and to go on my own journey and to get my own freedom to do whatever the passionate thing I want to do. And today the spiritual tablet is getting a lot of support from Buddha CEO Foundation in great ways as well, and for my education, and to do a lot of projects. Whatever the energy support is required, I'm getting from Chandrasekhar and Mani Madam as well. Yeah, thank you all.
Yes, sir. Karthikeyan sir has videos, I'm sure.
Great. As always, Dr. JK, a great master, and the young master Vicky, it's always a joy to listen to them. What transformation is taking place in the whole world, actually. Thank you, Chandra. Actually, I love to listen to people, listen to you and to everybody. And great. Maybe we'll connect tomorrow. Thank you.
Sure, sir.
For some time I was with Shreyans today.
Oh, okay.
They wrote to me yesterday. I was with him for some time after the conclusion of his meditation. Then I joined you again. I was there at the beginning. In between, I went out for an hour and then came back. So I missed much of Dr. GK's sharing. But always, he's inspiring. He has written to me also. For my next newsletter, I got his message also. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, friends, tomorrow we have Dr. Newton coming and joining as our guest in the program to listen to our experiences. And being the final day, it'll going to stretch a little long like today, and we'll also celebrate with some music and dance. And so join us and bring your friends in case they dropped off early, but we'll do our final session and also continue to do the sharing. The sharing is inspiring us to do our next program in a more bigger and bigger way. And we'll try to give as much time, maybe a little less of meditation tomorrow for last day, but we'll do as much time for sharing and then see that we listen to everybody who wanted to share. And thank you all. Madam Saralaji will take your message tomorrow. Amazing. So we will see you all tomorrow then. Thank you.
Everybody gets a heart. Everybody gets a soul. Everybody gets a mind to let them know that we can be smart, and we can be kind, and we can be living by giving and loving all the time. So on the days when it's feeling tough and it seems like you don't have enough, well, let's be thankful for our friends and family and grateful for the air that we breathe and appreciate everything that we have today. Let's be generous to anyone who has less than us. It's good to be compassionate, 'cause ever since the day you were born, yeah, we've got a lot to be thankful for. Yeah, we've got a lot to be thankful for. Everybody gets the land, and everybody gets a seed. So everybody lend a hand to those in need. 'Cause we can be nice, we can all share, and we can keep growing together. It's better when everyone cares. So on the days when it's feeling tough,
thank you,
and it seems like you don't have enough,